Hey family, in this video, we're going to talk about how to break up.
To someone, you're trying to break up with somebody that you love though.
But it just ain't working.
But can we make it work?
I don't know. Hey family, my name is Jomo.
I'm Charmaine.
And we come together with real, raw, relevant conversation dealing with relationships. In this video, we're going to be dealing with how to break up. The challenge.
Someone that you love.
Well, here's the challenge. There will be a certain time in life where you realize that this relationship is not working.
Right.
And you may be a good person and I may love you, but I realize that our paths are not going in the same direction.
Right.
And now I have to break up with you. And I'm trying to figure out how to do it, when to do it, what time to do it, where to do it.
Because the truth is you love them, you still care about them. You may even want to still, be cordial with this person afterwards. So how do I do it in a way, it's gonna hurt regardless, but how do I do it in a way that is respectful and decent? So I think everyone who has this, of any age, like even in high school, like high schoolers are having to deal with breakups. And when you're in your 20s, you may meet someone and you're dating for a while and you just see how they're going in different directions. Or maybe you're in college and you see the person that you've been dating for a while, they're gonna be going to a job in California and didn't even offer to have you come with them. And it kind of just tells you that you're not a part of their future plans. Or you might be in your late 20s or 30s and you're with someone and they're not wanting the same things that you want. And instead of trying to change them and make them into something that they're not, you're wanting to call it quits and you don't want to hurt them.
It's gonna hurt. I mean, the reality is if you spend any time and you invested any time into a person, it will hurt.
It will hurt.
People feel rejected.
Right.
So as we go into, we're going to do some do's and don'ts in regards to breaking up with a person.
Right.
First off, think it over on what exactly you want and what you don't want. So you've come to the conclusion that, you know what, I'm ready. This is not working for me. And you have to come to that decision and understand with this decision comes all that's going to come with it.
Right. Know that the person's not going to want to be your friend immediately right after you all broke up. You may have loved their companionship, but you knew that they were going in different directions. You can't still expect to have that companionship. They're not going to want to go to the movies with you anymore.
And
they're not going to go to dinner with you anymore.
Not going to have sex with you anymore.
Right. And that's good. And the friends that you all had together are now going to feel like they need to pick sides. So some of the friendships that you made during the relationship may not be there anymore.
One of my friends said it this way: when trees leave your life, the roots go with them.
Yes.
So when you have a person that's significant in your life leave, the roots means their friends, their associates, the hang-ons, they gonna leave with them too. It's a part of it. So first off, think about what you're about to do. Right. Secondly, think about what are the possible responses the person may have. Because see, you might have one of them guys that so say, you might have one of them extra special people that you may have to think about.
Really
explain to them how you're feeling and understand that this reaction may not be good or healthy. Right. You may need to have someone with you, or you may need to be somewhere public, or you have to think all this thing out when you're saying, I'm going to break up, because some people
if you don't feel like you're going to be safe, definitely do it in a public place or do it with some type of mediator.
Correct. So. Number 3, have good intentions.
Absolutely. At some point you cared about this person, so you want to have good intentions.
Kindness, sensitivity.
Right.
Well, but if you love me, why are you leaving me? Well, in reality,
I'm loving you by leaving you.
I love myself more.
Oh, wow.
And
that's a gut punch.
No, it's real.
It is real.
You have to love yourself first.
You do.
And for me to love myself, I need a separation for me to love myself and let it be what it is.
Right.
The next one, be honest, not brutal. When you cheated on me, I stayed with you.
Right.
And the longer I process and think about that, I realize I can't let it go.
Right.
So
good.
I think it's best for me to just kiss
and say goodbye.
Don't
goodbye. Kiss them though, because that could be a little cold. That's how you get slapped. But another good example too is you see that their future plans don't include you, or they're going in a direction that you don't want to go in, and or after knowing them for a while, they've changed their mind and maybe they don't want a family anymore. They don't want to have children anymore because their life has made a turn, or maybe something has happened and it's changed them. Maybe they've had a tragedy and they're not the same person that they were before, and you're not willing to stay with them.
Yeah.
So, you being honest with them and letting them know, like, hey, the direction that you're going in your life isn't the direction I want to go in my life, and I totally respect what you're trying to do for you, but as Jomo said, I love myself more.
Yeah. The next key point, say it in person. No text, no email, not somebody said somebody.
Right. It's so insensitive to
be grown.
Right.
Be mature enough to tell them to their face that this relationship of me and you being together is not going to continue.
Right.
I love you, but like I said, I love myself more. The next one, if it helps, confide with someone you trust. If it helps, you may have to bring somebody with you, or it may help to speak to somebody, a spiritual, a psychologist, but they may help you process.
A spiritual mentor.
Because we don't always communicate properly. So maybe you could have a person vet your argument or your points so that you could be succinct and say, these are the reasons why, and you just keep on moving.
Right.
All right, don't ghost them. Don't avoid them.
Right.
We've
That's
all
so immature.
We've all done times where we just look at our phone, people calling you ignoring it.
Now, don't ghost them to break up with them. Now, if they're being aggressive after you've already broken up with them, that's not ghosting someone.
Yeah.
So, just to be clear.
Next, don't rush into something new. Oftentimes what we do is when we leave something, we try to put a Band-Aid on it by getting into something new. No, sit your butt down.
Heal.
Get healed and get whole before you start hopping around.
Recover.
Yeah. Don't disrespect. Sometimes when there's breakups, we want to throw stuff in people's face.
Right. Or talk about them behind their back to other people that know them, and tell, put them on Front Street about maybe some of their faults or some hidden things that most people don't know about them, to try to prove your argument as to why you needed to break up with them. That's not cool.
So how do we do it? Number one, tell your boyfriend or girlfriend or husband or wife a whole nother level.
Right.
But if we're talking about a simple relationship, boyfriend and girlfriend, tell them that there's something important that you need to talk about.
Right.
Number one. Number two, start with telling them how you value them and you appreciate them.
Right. And some of their positive points.
Correct. Then say what's not working.
Right.
Okay, just be real. The reason why, because this is not working.
I'm talking to you right now is because this part is not working for
Correct. Say that you want to break up. Don't say we take a break. No.
Right.
We
I want to separate from the relationship. I don't want to have a relationship with you anymore.
Correct.
I would not be vague with that.
Exactly. Then you say, listen, I'm sorry if it hurts you. You don't want to hurt anybody, but again, I love myself more.
I'm not trying to intentionally hurt you.
Correct. Then say something kind of positive. Listen, I hope you find the right one that can love you like you need to be loved, because you are a good person. But I
pray
realize
you have success in all your future endeavors.
You are a good person, but you're not the right person for me.
Right.
Yeah.
Good.
Number 7, listen to what the other person wants to say. Meaning, after you say what you had to say, allow them to share their heart.
Right.
So they can get closure too.
Right.
And then from there, give them space.
Leave them alone. Don't be, checking up on them, asking them if they want to go out to dinner.
Happy birthday.
No, leave them alone and let them heal.
Yeah, let them hold. Because, sometimes we circle back when we having a bad day.
Right.
And you know,
because it's easy.
yeah,
and it's familiar.
Yeah, and you know,
you broke up with them, let them go.
Yeah, and sometimes they got that good stuff, and
you gave up that good stuff when you broke up.
Well, I just want to go back and just try it out. I just want to see if it's still.
No, you knew what it was when you had it, bro. You ain't got it no more. You broke up.
You broke up. So these are some key points to how to deal with a breakup.
Right.
I hope they help you.
Yes.
And hopefully you don't have to go through a breakup, but you set yourself up properly in the beginning, so it'll be less likely that you have to have a breakup. Breakups are painful, but that's what it's called. Well, we love you. Remember, love, laugh, and learn.